Through the magic of television, I suddenly have, look at how much I did, and it magically changed colors. Oh, okay, so, and I have a magical new hook. So, this hook is a little smaller. This is a size I hook instead of a J, because I did this size for this hat, so this hat will be a little smaller than the other one was. All right, but I wanted to show you that, check out this crazy yarn. So when I'm working in the back loop, see how it makes it so that it's bumpy? It like comes up, down, up, down, up, down. And the reason that we're doing that is because it makes it stretch huge. And then it can fit on different sizes of heads. Magic. Okay, so here we are back at the middle of this row. This row already has 10 stitches in the back loop. Okay. This is row number 24 on this hat. So I'm going to finish row 24 for you and show you how to turn it, and then we'll do row 25 and I'll show you how to finish the hat. So we're going to keep working into the back loop. So yarn over and into the back loop. So it looks a little different now just because the yarn color is different, but that's okay. You can use any color of yarn you want. And you can use any size of yarn you want. You would just trade out hook sizes to be more appropriate with the yarn that you're using. Amber's helping. So we're just double crocheting in the back loop of each stitch across. What did you say?
I'm shaking so bad.
Okay, watch out. Alright, and now we're to the last stitch. So into our last stitch. When you get to the end of a row, you can see it kind of bumps up right here. And you might be tempted to do another stitch right here, but don't do it. Come back and count your stitches. Okay? So remember, we don't count this bump right here, we just count the posts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So I know I have done enough in this row. I'm not going to put any more stitches in here. Now it's time to repeat this guy. It just got moved. So we're not ready for that yet. Okay, so we're going to repeat this again. So we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, like we did before. And then we're going to turn our work. So now that it's getting bigger, we have to turn the whole thing over. Okay. And we're going to work in the back loop again. So remember, here's a chain by our hook, here's a chain by our hook, here's the first stitch. I need to find the back loop of that first stitch, yarn over, and put my hook into the back loop. And we're going to do this again, double crochet all the way across. Alright, so that's my first stitch, so you can move that now. So 1, 2 stitches, my yarn's a little bit stuck. 3, sometimes it's hard to get it into just the back loop. 4, 5, oh, 5, oh my gosh, 6,
Guys, it's kind of early in the morning, okay?
7, 8, and we're not master video makers. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21,
I mean, we're still in pajamas. It's so early.
22, 23, 24, 25. It helps me to count as I go because then I don't have to go back and count everything. But the good thing is once you know what a stitch looks like, you know that each post here is a stitch. If I lose count when I'm going across, I can always just go back and count to see where I'm at. So I just did my last stitch. So no, it's already cut. So we're going to pretend that this is still attached to the ball, but it's not. So I'm going to reach back here and cut my yarn. Ooh. Okay, pretend. Oh look, magic of television, it's cut. Okay, and now I have this nice long tail. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this right here with my hook still in. I'm going to hook over this, yarn over, and pull it through like I'm making a chain, except I'm just going to keep pulling, 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 and it popped through. And I can pull that tight, and now this will never come undone. And,
We just made a knot, guys. Woo!
Okay, so now I have here my long rectangle of fabric, and I know that I have done 25 rows. 25 rows obviously is an odd number, and so when I've done an odd number of rows, both of my tails here, get my arm out of the way, are going to end up on the same side. If I had done an even number of rows, I would have a tail here and a tail over here. Okay, so if you've ended and you've got a tail over here, go back and count how many rows you have to make sure that you have 25. If you did one too many, nobody cares. If you did one too few, it's going to be okay. But we're shooting for 25. And that makes sure that the hat can get all the way around ahead. So let's count these rows here. Ready? So here's a valley and here's a mountain. So I know that I've had 2 rows when I get a valley and a mountain. So I'm just going to count by 2s because it's faster. So I'm going to count every mountain, and I'm going to just count by 2s at the mountains. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, and another valley makes 25. So we're done with this. We want to keep these tails nice and long because in a future video I will show you how we're going to use these tails to actually make a hat. One hat rectangle. La. All right, thanks for watching, and I hope it was helpful, and if it's not, never watch it again. Bye.
Bye.